Have to act like a ditz. This is going to be really hard. Okay, here we are. It's the amazing Tommy Lama, you guys. Oh my God, say hi, Tommy.
Namaste.
Namaste, yes. Wow. Am I ever so excited to have you on? I can't even handle it normal. I can't.
I've studied under the greats Moses. I've studied under Jesus and the late great Jim Jones.
Wow.
I combined all their teachings to help people go through this arduous time of reflection, disease, and death.
Awesome. You're way ahead of the curve for us.
Yes, and not curve.
Not curve.
It's shaped as flat as a bottle rocket.
I can see it's going to be hard to hold this camera still. I don't know if you know it, but you're being interviewed by the cheerleader. So the cheerleader wants to know from the llama.
Yes.
When you do the...
It's apple juice.
Awesome. I love that. When you do the wave at a game, do you bow and curtsy to the cheerleaders?
I don't go to games because there are no games being played now, Linda.
This is true.
There's no games. I don't know if you caught up with that, but there's, if you watch the news, the stadiums have closed. So all the cheerleaders that are happening are on your own mind. Checked out.
Yeah, it's hard to have a game right now. But, you know, like cheerleaders are such ditzes, me included, that, you know, like we don't even know the difference between the offense and the defense. I know a tight end when I see one, but that's it.
You're getting very fresh, Linda. Very fresh. It's not appropriate in these whatever I want to say. Apocalyptic?
Yes. Yes.
Apocalyptic times. It's not doing. You're getting fresh.
Do you think
You're getting very fresh.
have you ever seen a cheerleader be like a llama? Do you think...
Listen, Linda. Let's get off the cheerleading.
It's not working for you.
Let's get off the cheerleading thing, and let's talk about what we can do to pass time during this arduous time.
Alrighty.
And, I have a great idea for, a lot of the parents are trapped with their kids. And they realize they don't like their children. They realize they don't like their spouse. And, they never had such time together like this to realize how much they detest each other. Sorry, I'm coughing. It's a wet cough. It's wet. That's the good cough. Health. It's just rubella. Anyway, so the kids are getting on these parents' nerves. They're starting to regret to having children. So I have games they can play, like the gas mask, the gas mask game, where they show the children the N95 gas mask, whatever it's called. You can put it on different ways and backwards, and it keeps the kids busy and occupied, and then it gives the parents enough time to file for divorce.
Who makes out like a bandit in these families? The children with their parents divorcing, the husband, the wife. Who gets custody of these N95?
It's a win-win. It's a win-win because all this does is accelerate their disdain for each other. Actually, Russia has the right idea. Actually, this is no fallacy that I'm speaking of here. In Russia, the filing of divorces was so high going on during these few weeks that they condemned divorces. You're not allowed to get a divorce in Russia. You have to live a loveless marriage till this epidemic is over. No, and I'm not. It's not a joke, Linda.
No. Okay. So, does vodka help in those instances?
vodka is very good. It has no carbs. It's the vodka cleanse. I can't emphasize enough how purifying it is for the body. If you drink enough vodka, you will vomit and release toxins. And it will work out your abs.
Very cool. So when you work out your abs on a vodka cleanse, can you do that in any room of the house with your children watching, or?
Well, here's the thing. You're going to realize at this point you have no love of your children. You have no love of your spouse. So it really doesn't matter at this point because you're done. So, no, all this is doing is helping all of us to come and achieve self-actualization, self-realization, self-awareness, and it's at the same time aligning all our chakras together and realizing that we've been living a matrix life, an illusion. And so, yes, a lot of families are going to fall apart after this. It's going to be a lot of divorces. But you know what? This is this is better than death, actually, because you were living in death. Now you get to relive your life the way you want to. This is an awakening. This is an awokeness.
Well, I was just curious, Tommy Lama. I want to call you Rabbi, but I just don't know if that's appropriate. Maybe after another drink.
I take no chagrin for a Rabbi reference.
I was just kind of curious, if St. Peter, whoever's at the gate, is going to have any special requirements through this apocalyptic time in order to get in.
Well, here's the thing. This is not the apocalypse. And once again, this plague is very serious. Do not mistake me at all, Linda.
No.
We've had better plagues. We've had more impressive plagues. As a matter of fact, if you go back to the biblical times, we've had more masculine plagues. We had the death of the firstborn, Linda. You recall that one?
Yes.
Does that tinge a bell there for you?
Certain. Yeah.
Okay, the death of the firstborn. And you know what? The Egyptians, they were so tough, they didn't respect social distancing. They ran out after the Jews. The Dead Sea.
What about the beetle invasion? Was that, I know my parents thought that...
You're talking about John Lennon and company?
Yeah, when they came to this country, I know every parent wanted us to have social distancing from them.
Well, they're not wrong. I do. Let me explain something to you. I do past life readings, and do you know which beetle I was?
I don't.
Dung.
So, do you think that, the apocalypse is, well, this isn't the apocalypse, but this current situation, do you think that this is the worst that people have seen in their lifetime? And as
in their lifetime, but it's it's a lifetime off the Gilded Age where you're looking at Kim Kardashian's fat ass, and that was your struggle. So yes, for us, this is a big plague, but it's nothing compared to what we've experienced. We used to be in a more masculine society. We call it coffee now, coffee. Back in the day in the 1800s, when Westerners were living to their 30s, in the 1800s, we called it mud. Give me a cup of Joe. Give me a cup of Joe. We were soft as a people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disparaging. We're experiencing a reality. But let me tell you something, Linda. This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing to what our ancestors and our previous generations have experienced. Not even close. Not even close.
Well, this is the thing that encourages me right now is the Holocaust, because my parents survived it. And I'm just, I think that the people in the Holocaust time could have done a lot better with Facebook. Do you have any input?
What do you mean by that? if I'm gathering your gist here.
Well,
The Holocaust people could have done better with Facebook.
right. Like, for
What do
instance,
you mean by that?
let's say Anne Frank. She's behind the wall there, and if she'd have had social media, sure, they could have tracked her down, but in the meantime, she could have got the word out to a few people.
Okay, so and then where are you leading us right now?
Right now, I have...
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say excuse me. Yes, Tommy Lama, would you please help me develop a bit where I could get a lot of laughs as a beginner comic talking about Anne Frank and making it funny if she had Facebook back behind that wall?
Well, I hate to break it to you. Stand-up comedy is over. There's no more live shows. Because we as a society are so scarred right now. No one's going to be going out
Yes.
where there's more than 50 people psychologically. So basically, we need to move on to a different career path.
Okay, are you into marketing at all?
I'm getting into exterminating.
What if we...
I'm going to be the best pest control technician I can be.
we have an
We
infestation...
need to sanitize, and that's where the market is, and I'm flexible enough to move. I'm done with stand-up. I'm now into pest teching.
I have a hot tip for you. It's not in the stock market. It's in pest control. You want to hear the hot tip? I'm not a llama. This is unprofessional.
I'd love to hear your hot tip.
Spray sugar. Job security.
What sugar?
Spray sugar all over whenever they hire you. Just spray sugar and you'll never lose them as a customer.
Well, listen, a lot of people are not complaining about ants per se, yes, but cockroaches don't care about sugar. They're diabetic. And you know what? A cockroach could live 3 weeks after you chop its head off.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. I'm doing my research. I'm planning for my second career right now. That's how serious I am. I'm
Man.
learning about the epidemiology of the cockroach.
John Bobbitt couldn't even do that if it was cut off right, could he?
Well, Linda, you're getting very fresh.
It's because of the cheerleader. The cheerleader.
The llama doesn't need a cheerleader. He just needs Applebee's.
Tell the cheerleader to shut up. Okay, got it. So, do all llamas wear earphones when they're interviewed?
Well, listen, Linda, you want my full... You don't want background noise. You don't want my disciples hearing them moan behind me with ecstasy. You don't need to hear that. So I put on the earphone to have sound clarity.
Speaking of clarity, do you have any clarity as a llama for the people other than it's been, this is nothing in the big scheme of things? Like, what kind of clarity, what kind of aha moments are we going to get out of this?
I think the moment is to not enjoy life to its fullest. Because, listen, Linda.
Linda.
Linda, listen to me. If you set yourself up for failure, you can't disappoint yourself. So don't set your expectations too high. And there's no drop off. Put yourself on neutral. If there's something positive happens, you can go up a notch. You stay level and you stay off the medication.
What kind of medication do you recommend? Natural, high kind of medication out there, or alcohol?
Okay, so I recommend 4 Roses. This is for special occasions. And this was last night. Now,
does it smell like poo?
I don't know where you get that, Linda. You're disparaging the legend of 4 Roses.
From the song the Outcast did.
It's a beautiful southern. It's got nice things written about it. And then of course this is the daily elixir, Bullet bourbon. I stay with the bourbon family. I find they have the most medicinal relief.
Is that French bourbon?
means is French. Yes.
So, you like bourbon, Four Roses, and what's that other go-to daily?
Bullet.
Bullet, okay. What if you're allergic to alcohol like I am? Then what?
You have to experience life the way it was meant to be. Not pretty.
Should I get one of those coloring books that everybody does to stay namaste nowadays?
Well, I find coloring books more in depth than any writing or passage by Shakespeare. Very deep colors involved. And some of the coloring books, if you read the literature, they rhyme. like Shakespeare has wrote over 100 plays, and none of them rhyme.
He's
no Dr. Seuss.
That's where I was going to go with that. Man, I'm on the same wave.
Dr. Seuss is a talent. By the way, you did not read Henry V because it was a piece of garbage. Right? You assigned it during English class, Linda. You didn't read it.
Nope.
Because it's garbage. Because he had no doubts. It's important to have doubts. And Dr. Seuss wrote Green Eggs and Ham. You know the difference? You know the one thing that Shakespeare didn't grasp? Shakespeare didn't grasp that Dr. Seuss was like our most recent Nostradamus. He predicted that in this pandemic, we would be eating green eggs and ham.
What about the Jews?
What about the Jews? Now, I don't know where you get... How do these green eggs and ham go into the Jews? But I'm going to go with you, Linda. What about the Jews? Because I'm not following your train of question.
You've had
What about the Jews?
You've had improv training, I can tell. Okay, so green eggs and ham. Ham is like pork, and Jews cannot have it, or they don't get to heaven, Jew heaven.
Jews are the biggest fans of pork, though.
True. So true.
What are you talking about?
Jews aren't allowed to have it.
Okay, and they're the biggest purchasers of ham.
Yes, that and coveting their neighbor's wife.
Amongst other things.
I'm with you. Don't worry.
The biggest sin is honoring thy mother, the biggest mama voice ever.
Thank you. Yeah, if we could all just honor our mothers. Thank you. Yep, that's it. That's the ticket to ride right there. Hey, where do llamas get their... Where do you get that beautiful mustache that you have? Are you allowed to wear that as a man of the cloth?
Listen, Linda, as you all know, we're all suffering. And I'm showing my suffering facial hair. We're all unkempt. We're all unshowered. And this is like a giant Yom Kippur. By the way, you notice none of the Jewish holidays are happy.
Yes, and they say happy Passover.
The most joyless celebrations known to man.
I hate to be out llama you, but the reason that they have unhappy ceremonies is because they get extra points for suffering.
Listen, Linda, I just want to say, it's no Christmas. It's no Christmas. It's no Christmas with the Jews. That's all I got to tell you.
It is no Christmas.
No. By the way, Jews are the most happiest when they're unhappy.
Exactly. My dad was Jewish.
They love to kvetch. They're not happy until they complain.
That's it.
That's their joy.
My dad was Jewish.
What about your mom?
My mother had a Jewish dad. I have a Jewish dad. It's a sin of the generations. I don't know.
So, you consider yourself Jewish, Linda?
I do, but the Jews don't. So I became a comic.
Oh, that's not a good choice. But this apocalypse gives us the opportunity to redeem ourselves and go into a more noble profession.
What are you going to pursue? Pest control.
Yes.
But when you say exterminating, you don't mean like the Holocaust.
God forbid. I'm talking about cockroaches. I'm talking about fleas. I'm talking about pests.
So was Hitler in Mein Kampf, but nobody was listening.
I don't know what parallel reasoning you're doing, Linda. Maybe you should drink. Maybe drinking will correct you.
I'm thinking about applying to be a llama.
Well, there's only one llama. But the llama it's an institution where I have my followers give up their earthly possessions so they can be really happy and put it with me in trust.
Yes, I recommend that.
I've had so many people come up to me. I've never been so free thanks to Tommy. I
Wow.
got rid of my wife, my limos, my jets, and now I'm living off the land, off the dumpster at the Ralph's.
Do you have stock in Kool-Aid and Nike tennis shoes?
Listen, I told you, Jim Jones is one of my heroes.
You did. You warned me.
I told you.
You did. You came right out with it. Thank you. Hey, this apocalypse that isn't an apocalypse has hit people in their pocketbook. So I was just curious, do you have a Cash App or PayPal if somebody happens to like you and wants to donate?
Sure, they could send it to Venmo.
All right. What's your Venmo
Send
thing?
it to Venmo. That'd be great. Let's see. It's only so I can continue the teaching. It's not for me.
No, that's a worthy cause.
It's so I can eat a loaf of bread.
Wonderful.
And continue my teaching. And my Venmo is let's see what pops up here. I'm having not good reception. Okay, well let's go to my PayPal, which is Tommy@TommySavit.com. 2 T's for Savit. The first T is silent.
So that's your PayPal. Do you have another way that people can do it? I have Cash App, and for every donate.
There's Venmo. I have Venmo.
Okay.
Hear it? You want to hear it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. It's at
Okay.
Tommy. And what's that? Is that the dash? It's a dash, right?
Is it the dash that's on the floor? Four on.
No.
Okay.
It's a dash Savit.
Okay.
That's my Venmo.
Wonderful. So Venmo at Tommy-Savit.
So I hope after your show I'm able to retire.
And listen, you people out there, for everybody who loves Tommy Lama, aka Tommy Savit, for everybody that donates, I will add $5. So if y'all send in $1, moi will send 5 more. Or if you want to do the Jewish thing on me, that's how you get me. Thank you so much, Tommy Lama. You're amazing.
Namaste.
Have a great one. Thank you for the insights and hang in there with the rest of. We're all in this together, right? Let's sing it. Hold hands. Wait, don't hold hands. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.